Hi, how you doing? Justin here. Here we are at Aural Training Stage 5, where we're now looking at all of the chromatic, ascending, melodic intervals. Bit of a mouthful, that one, eh? So basically we're looking at all of the notes ascending, like going up within an octave. There's 3 intervals that we haven't looked at yet. They are a minor 6, a minor 7, or a flat 6 and a flat 7, and also an augmented 4th. You can also call this a flat 5. I tend to think of it as a sharp 4. Doesn't really matter. Sharp 4, flat 5, augmented 4th, diminished 5th, same thing. Don't worry about it. So we need to check out these intervals. So the first one that we need to look at is the flat 6. Now I always hear this, the one that I kind of grew up with was a song called Black Orpheus. It's a kind of a jazz standard. But there's also a lot cooler one. So you can either use Black Orpheus or you can use Without Me, the Eminem classic, the little riff that he gets going. That beginning of that, that's a flat 6 interval, minor 6. Great song. Minor 6. Okay, so that's your flat 6 or Black Orpheus. Beautiful melody again. The other one that we're looking at is flat 7. Now, flat 7 sounds like this. Now, I always hear it as sounding bluesy. That's how I recognize that interval. Apparently the Star Trek theme tune starts like it, but I'll just admit, for the life of me, I can't figure out how it goes, and I've already started the video. I'm not going to go and look it up on YouTube, figure it out, work out how to play it. So those of you that know Star Trek, I used to be a fan of Star Trek too. It's kind of, I should remember how it goes. It's not in my head now for some reason. Anyway, that's the interval. It's a flat 7. I just recognize it. It's got 2 steps up to the octave. Just sounds kind of bluesy. It's got that funk kind of sound in it. So not so helpful with giving you a song hit here on the flat 7 interval, but if some of you guys, experienced aural trainers out there want to tell me some songs other than Star Trek that start like that, I'll add them up onto the website. But some people find that interval difficult to pick. It's just really getting the sound in your head, singing it over and over again, getting used to the sound. So probably the best singing exercise you can do is playing the root note. Try and sing that interval that you're going for, and then play it and make sure that you got it right. It's really good, probably the best way of getting that sound properly in your ear. That's flat 7. The other interval that we have to check out is the sharp 4 or flat 5. This is exactly halfway between an octave, this one. It used to be called the Devil's Interval. And if you were a composer in the medieval times and you wrote this interval in a song, they'd burn you at a stake for being a witch. Lucky that doesn't happen these days, or I'd be really screwed. There's a few tunes that the most common, I guess, tune that most people use, I guess, is The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Just sounds like that. It's kind of obvious. It's also from Ave Maria. The song that kind of resonated with me when I was a teenager and kind of learning this stuff, there was a band I really liked called Primus, and they had a song called John the Fisherman, which started off with this augmented 4th. So I always hear it as being the John the Fisherman interval, or Primus, but Simpsons is probably a more common. It's not a difficult sound to get that one. All of these intervals, they've kind of got their own personality, and that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for a song. A song's a really good start. If you can find a song that fits with the interval, a song that you know, that's the best place to start. after you've played it a few times and you've got used to hearing it as a song, see if you can find the character of the interval, because it's almost, they've got a personality, they've got their own flavor or character or color, whatever you want to call it. Some methods around refer to them as colors, the intervals as each one having a different color. That never really worked for me. I know it works for some other people, it didn't work for me. I hear them as kind of characters. They've got a personality. That's how I see it. Other people, you know, it's got a flavor, whatever you want to call it, right? But try and develop a little bit of that beyond just thinking of it as a song. Try and find a color or a flavor or a personality in the intervals, and you'll start to hear them a lot clearer. Especially as it gets more complicated and you're starting to, you know, later on you're looking at chords and you're trying to find the intervals in that chord. If you can hear the personalities or the colors or the flavors, it's easier than trying to hear all of those different songs all at the same time. That's pretty complicated, right? So I think we're ready now to have a close-up look. I nearly forgot that. Okay, let's go to a close-up and check out how to play these three different intervals. Down 2 strings and back 2 frets. So from here, down 2 strings, back 2 frets. Just practice doing it, practice do da, and then play it. Play the root note, sing along with it, then jump to the interval with your voice and then check that it's right. It's -6. Then we've also got -7. These are in the same fret but with one string in the middle. So there, miss one, play the next one. Listen to it, play it, listen to it, really try and get it in your ears. Do the little sing, do da, check it. Also works of course. So all of these different interval shapes work with either a 6-string root or a 5th-string root. It's a flat 7. The other one we looked at was augmented 4th. I always think of these as diagonals. Other one, beginning of Purple Haze. That's another song that uses this augmented 4th. There's quite a few. There's Simpsons, all of Ave Maria. So it's just completely a diagonal, so 1 string over, 1 string up. That's how you play the augmented 4th. It's time to do a test. So the first one we're looking at is going to be test 5A, and we're going to be playing each of the intervals twice, and it is just going to be the flat 6, the flat 7 and the augmented 4th. Now just to pre-warn you a bit, some people get a bit confused between the augmented 4th and the flat 7. Really try and get used to, there is no other way really other than practicing and singing it, but try and get used to how far each one is from the root note. The augmented 4th kind of seems close to me than, it's like it's a bigger jump, it's further away. I think the confusing thing is that they're both referred to as dissonant. They've both got quite a lot of tension in those intervals, so if their personalities, they're kind of wound up a bit, right? So because of that, sometimes it's a little easy to confuse the two, but again, it's only practice. Everything on the guitar is just down to practice, the right practice. So let's do a test. 10 questions. Let's go. Here is question 1. And question 2. And question 3. Question 4. Question 5. Question 6. Question 7. Question 8. Question 9. And question 10. Okay, off to the website, check your answers. If there were any that you were struggling with, practice them a few more times, practice singing along, try and feel their vibration, pick up on their personality, find their flavour, look at the colour, whatever it is that you're using, try and get with those particular intervals that you struggle with. Remember that when you're practicing this sort of stuff, you should be practicing the ones that you struggle with, not all of them. If you're totally acing seconds, thirds, fourths and fifths, when you're practicing, leave them out. Untick those boxes so you're not working on those particular intervals because you know them already. Work on the ones that you can't do. Very good little practice tip to remember is always practice what you can't do, don't practice what you can. Lots of people fall into that trap with all their guitar playing the same stuff that they know how to do over and over again. They don't work on the stuff that they can't do, which is what would make them a better guitar player. Of course, this whole interval thing works not just for guitar, it's for all instruments, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, now we're at 5B, the final test of this little series, in which we have all of the diatonic intervals. So minor second, second, minor third, third, fourth, augmented fourth, fifth, flat six or minor six, six, flat seven, seven, and octave. We've got a whole lot to choose from now. And this is a seriously good level of aural training. If you can get this and you can get them all right, that's great. So see how you go. Go to the website. There's plenty more tests on there if you use the interval, the JustinGuitar ear trainer thingy. Or do it yourself, practice buddy, whatever, recording yourself, one of those methods, but that's what you should be up to now. So here we go. This is test 5B. Good luck. Question 1. Question 2. Question 3. Question 4. Question 5. Question 6. Question 7. Question 8. Question 9. And question 10. Okay, there we go. That's the end of aural training stage 5. There's plenty more information on the website if you want to continue your aural training and start looking at harmonic intervals and or descending intervals. So, hope that was lots of fun. You did really good. Practice hard, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.